Abasi, Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, and Senator Patrick Akinye-Lure. The motion is on the need to investigate the degree of enforcement of abandonment and decommissioning obligations in oil and gas exploration contracts. The Senate notes that abandonment and decommissioning costs are the costs associated with the physical removal and disposal of obsolete oil installations at the end of their operational life and the restoration of the environment to the state in which it was before exploitation. The Senate further notes that the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Seas, Geneva Convention Articles, the Oslo and Paris Convention for the Protection of Marine Environment, the 1967 Territorial Waters Act, and the 1969 Petroleum Act all have provisions for the mandatory abandonment and decommissioning for oil companies. The Senate further notes, or the Senate is further aware that budgetary provisions are approved for oil companies in their yearly budgets as contained in the JV and PSC clauses for abandonment and decommissioning. But such budgetary allocations are scarcely utilized by oil companies operating in Nigeria for these purposes. The Senate is further aware that provisions for decommissioning and restoration are recognized, even if the decommissioning is expected to be performed much later. The Senate is concerned that most of the oil companies operating in Nigeria fail to restore exploited sites after the expiration of their leases, as witnessed in the Niger Delta. We are further concerned that at the point of transfer of interest from one oil company to another, there is lack of clarity in many instances with regards to financial liability for abandonment and decommissioning, thereby causing untold hardships to host communities. Accordingly, the Senate resolves to, and this is the only prayer, mandate the Committee on Petroleum Resources Upstream to conduct a comprehensive review of the relevant laws, production sharing contracts, joint venture contracts, and arrangements governing abandonment and decommissioning and remediation, and investigate the degree of compliance with these laws by oil companies operating in Nigeria. Mr. President, I so move.
Very distinguished Senator.